Bonjour, that is, hello, and welcome to Old Frenchtown. You may be saying to yourself, Old Frenchtown? Well, this is a term that's used to describe the French neighborhoods in St. Louis, including Lafayette Square, Soulard, and LaSalle Park. On today's show, we're going to take you to the center of these neighborhoods and unveil the secret that is LaSalle Park. LaSalle Park is a bit of an unknown area located between Lafayette Square and Soulard. It's bounded on the north by Choteau Avenue and on the east and south by Highway 55 and on the west by Tucker. You probably haven't heard of it because there aren't the cute shops or trendy restaurants that the neighborhoods surrounding it have. In fact, there are very few businesses actually located in the neighborhood itself. We did, however, discover two business owners who actually live where they work.
Okay, so the name of the bed and breakfast is Dwell 912. It rhymed. No, I'm kidding. But it really is the idea of wanting to create a space where people could come and dwell, you know, where they could just be, where they were free to be. And then 912, of course, is the address of the house. So that's why it has that name. But the idea with it, or the approach I have, is that I call it a modern abode. And, you know, trying to have, you know, clean lines, open space, you know, fresh color palette, great art, you know, I'm trying to keep it as user-friendly, quote-unquote, as possible, you know, where people have their own space and their own freedom to be, you know, just kind of letting them do their thing and dwell. Well, primarily it's a single unit B&B. That's A, which makes it very different. So we only have one guest at a time. Also, it's an attached apartment, so it's a private space. People have their own key, you know, their own front door, if you will, or side door, given the location of it in the building. But yeah, it's a two-story apartment, so it's really a kind of a full space where people can really get away. It's very private, and it's also very convenient for people that are traveling for business or extended visits, because it's a full, complete space.
Interesting houses on more streets, but I think my two favorite streets are Morrison and Rutger. And I'm not sure why, but I waited a long time for this particular house to open up and go on the market. And I missed it the first time, so the second time around I was able to buy it. I was out of town when it was sold the first time. And I did. I just kept renting until I got the house. The house was built in 1876, and when I traced the deeds back, I found that originally the property was jointly owned by James Eads and several other people. And of course, James Eads is famous for the Eads Bridge, so that was really exciting to discover that he'd owned the property at one time.
This used to be a German athletic club, dated back in the 1860s, I believe. And the building's been added on to in the past, well, since that time. I think where the courtyard is, I think part of that was the swimming pool. On the other side, I think, was the gym. Like I said, it's got a lot of history here.
Hi, I'm Michelle Brooks, and this is the jewel of the LaSalle Park neighborhood. Every Wednesday, the women of the St. Raymond's Maronite Cathedral are cooking up something a little special, and it's causing quite a buzz around St. Louis. We talked to Diana Diva to find out more.
We serve lunch. It's a Lebanese style. It's all Lebanese food. We do have some American food for people who are leery about eating our food, but it's from 11 to 2, and it's every Wednesday. The food is prepared fresh. We work on Mondays and Tuesdays, and on Wednesdays we prepare the food, so it's fresh. And we serve around 300 to 500 people if it's a busy day. So it's a nice lunch.
Hi, I'm Jason Hagan, and the last time I was with you, I showed you how to tile a bathroom. Today, I'm going to show you how to grout that bathroom. There's two different kinds of grout. There's sandless grout and sanded grout. And this is a non-sanded grout, and it goes on smooth. That's what you use predominantly for walls. You use sanded grout for floors. It's a little more durable. And the consistency that you want for your grout is kind of a plastic-like consistency, so it sticks to your trowel and it doesn't fall off. If it's too thin, then once it sets up, it'll turn to powder and it'll start to flake out. So it's really easy to do. You mix it up and you just smear it on the wall. And what you want to use, this is called a float, and it's a rubber float. It's got a rubber base to it. And what you want to do is you want to hold this float at a 45-degree angle on your wall and just move that grout into the grout lines.